An upcoming event puts the spotlight on a food favorite, bacon. Yes, Bacon Fest is an annual benefit for the Rehabilitation Institute in KC. Tim Logsden is the chef at Ameristar Casino Hotel, and he's here to share a bacon recipe. I love this. What are we making today?
We're going to make a crisp apple with a bacon and pecan blue cheese. We're just going to whip that up, and it's going to pipe right on top of the crisp apple.
I love it. Okay, now what kind of apple do you start with?
I've used a Fuji apple, and I used a little bit larger piece. You can use all kinds of different apples, whatever your favorite is.
Okay, so you slice the apple pretty thin.
Yeah, as thin as you can possibly slice it. If you have a meat slicer or a mandolin at home, then you can use one of those.
Did you do that by hand? Are you that good?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're that good.
So what we're going to do with this is we'll take the simple syrup, which is basically 2 parts water, 1 part sugar.
Okay, how do you make the simple
You just add it right into the pan, bring it to a boil, and then it's good, and it'll hold. And you can also use that for cocktails, drinks, and you can flavor it different ways as well. So.
Great. Okay, so show us how you.
So we're just going to take that, and we've already brought it to a boil. You're just going to basically paint it on there real nice and light, both sides, because you want to make sure that you season both sides of everything. Then it's going to go into the oven at about 275 degrees for about an hour until they get nice and dry and they turn into this nice little crispy chip.
Perfect.
And it's almost just like a potato chip, except for a lot healthier and a lot better flavor.
I love that. Okay, now we're topping it with some blue cheese mixture.
Right.
Tell us what's all going into that.
Well, we've got blue cheese crumbles, and on the blue cheese you can use any that you like. It ranges from basic to very high-end blue cheeses. Bacon, which is the key ingredient of everything.
Of course.
We've got the roasted pecans and the cream cheese and just a little bit of cracked black pepper.
Okay.
So
now, do you use a food processor to bring it all together?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, you just put it on the in the food processor and whip it up into a nice smooth paste. And I've already put some in the bag here, so we'll pipe some out right onto one of our chips.
So it's kind of like decorating a cupcake. You want a
Just
nice
like
little.
That. Boom, just a nice little rosette on top.
Perfect. Beautiful.
And then, so I did a couple right there. And then we've got our bacon frying right here.
Okay.
And you want to get it nice and crisp. Pull it off till it gets to the proper temperature, so it's not too hot, so it doesn't melt your cheese.
Okay, your bacon is nice and flat, and that's part of it because you want to use it as a garnish, kind of.
Right.
So how did you get it to look like that?
I started with low heat and just kind of brought it up real slow, and then just worked it. I prefer actually to do, if I'm going to do a large amount of bacon, to do it in the oven because it comes out a lot easier, a lot more consistent, and a lot crispier. So. Okay,
I love crispy bacon, but you can go too far.
Oh yeah.
You don't have no char.
Oh yeah. You don't want to turn it into dust.
So how long when you cook your bacon in the oven, how long do you cook it for?
About 12 minutes on 350.
Nice.
And then it comes out perfect. You don't have to flip it. You don't have to do anything with it. It just the oven will take care of everything for you.
Okay, so then you actually you took the bacon and you cut it. How did you just use a knife or?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I'll show you right here.
Okay.
I just take one of the pieces, and you can cut it into whatever shapes that you like. But I like the nice tall triangle piece, and that gives us some height and makes our appetizer look a lot better. So
perfect.
It's going to go right on top here.
I would just take all of them and stick them on top, but that's nice, so you know.
So I've got one that's already crispy here, so
perfect.
We'll do that. And the bacon's already in there too, so you got the bacon flavor into the blue cheese as well.
Right.
So. And then our garnish is, on the recipe it calls for chervil, but I've just shown today that you can use parsley. Parsley is just an acceptable substitute for chervil.
And you can eat parsley, even though folks kind of usually push it to the side of their plate.
That's right.
It's still acceptable to
and it gives it a nice, clean, green flavor. It gives it a little bit more of a, gives it some crunch, and it gives it a little bit of a variance into the dish.
Well, that is a piece of art, no doubt about it. And it's made with bacon. You can't complain about that. And of course, folks can enjoy Bacon Fest. They can come out and eat so much more other dishes made by bacon as well. Okay, Bacon Fest is Saturday, August 24th at the Rehabilitation Institute parking lot at 3010 Main Street in Kansas City. You can enjoy all things bacon from 2 until 5. Now, tickets cost $50. VIP tickets are available for $100, and they get you into the event 1 hour earlier, which means 1 hour of more bacon.
More bacon.
More bacon.
That's right. You can't go wrong with bacon.
You cannot. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Okay, today we're celebrating 1 year of laughter on KC Live, which included a lot of eating. There's Michael.